Haka Jylla ban kentiu ya kakam pen mi wan haka Jylla ka balong ru ka wai nagi kam ka balanang ya chakmat ka Meghalaya Fruit Wine Association haka sien ka baningkong kala penlong ya ka Meghalaya Wine Summit arhajar arpusan ka ba arsngi lenter State Convention Center. Yakani ka summit ka ba arsngi lasdang haka arpu pratarik nai wing arhajar arpusan haka balawan ban yashim benta da kakong Siew W Nongbri Commissioner but Secretary katanat excise kum kakong san har ringkat ka jingadon lang kakong Brenda Lee Pakenten Director katanat tourism kum kasembut kong san kakong Rosetta Mary Korba Deputy Commissioner ka East Khasi Hills District nalor kiway pat. Nakaliang kakong Siew kalaong baka kamshna wan kala kiu baha haka Jylla ban nakaliang ka sorkar Jylla ru ka persyang ban penbha susu ya kani kakam kat bakala. Kalaong bakumba ki Nongshna wan ki hab ban Siew ya ka bai Khajna hamman ki Snem ka bawan ra jing e yaki bat kumta ka sorkar kala shime karai ban kentiu no na ka Snem shaka Shiphew Snem khnang baki Nongshna wan kinla ban penroy ya ka kam ka baki trai.
Michael Snem, as he said in 2004-2005, that was the time when I was Director Arts and Culture. And he mentioned, Madam, can we at least put up one fruit wine stall in one of your programs? Then I said, but you know, you're not legally allowed as of today. But let's take a call. It started from those things. But that said, it is very clear that you've really come a long, long way to where you are today. The government, as already informed by Barbara, that in 2020 had come out with the policy of ensuring that we have fruit wine licenses legally accepted in the state through the amendment of our policy, where we introduced the Rule 377. But when the rule was taken forward through the years, quite a few points were then re-identified as not being really up to the mark, in the sense that many areas were not lacking but required. I'd just like to take a reference to one note made by T.N. Kumar sir. Both T.N. Kumar and Bafin Solia, we've had many talks and discussions with them during the time when Madam Sarika Sundram was there. Ganesh was still with us in the department. And amidst some of wine tastings in the afternoon and evening, we also had a lot of discussions on how to take this wine industry forward. So as I said, in 2020, when the government came up with that policy, quite a few things were identified. One of the notes of K.N. Kumar sir said very clearly that the fruit wine sector has seen a remarkable progress in the volumes, quality, packaging, branding and marketing. The number of licensed fruit wineries in the state of Meghalaya has gone up. Brian just mentioned 30. And the demand for finished wines has also picked up and are regularly receiving inquiries from new buyers and bulk buyers. So we have Soyang, Salmon, Sophie, passion fruit, white apple, and I think there's that blood fruit also from Tura, the pea flower and mead wine. And it is mentioned here that that even the pre-booking of fruit trees by winemakers had already started since then. This was in 2023. But some of the things that were missing were, one, the government had given an opportunity that apart from the other areas of payment that the winemakers had to make, like your normal registration and advalorem and lifting fee, etc., the VAT exemption at that point of time was given to the new winemakers for 3 years. But we also realized that through the years, it would take time for you as winemakers to grow, for you as winemakers to touch the market, to grow with the market. Hence, in 2025, in fact just last August, we introduced the government introduced two very important areas. That is, to increase the MVAT exemption from 3 years to 10 years. I'm sure that this will be a huge boost for you as winemakers. It will give you an opportunity to not only learn, produce the correct wines, as Dr. Lindo has rightly mentioned, It has to be, the clarity has to be there, the standards have to be maintained if your wines are to sell, especially in the global market. The secondly is that this we found personally, I'm sure my colleagues would also agree with me, and all of you who are present here. People come to the office, or people we meet in different occasions, ask me, so you are Commissioner of Excise? I said, yes. Can you please tell us where can we find these wines? You know, we heard that Meghalaya wines are really amazing. And we wanted to buy, but we could not find them. It really caught me. Because to be very frank, right till that point of time too, I did not know where we can go and buy wines. Because apart from your own winery production centers, and of course, unless you get a special permit for it. So with this, the government made it very clear that no, we have to take this up. So in 2025, we came up with the policy, and I'm sure most of you would know. So we made an insertion into the Rule 377, which I told you, which we had introduced earlier, wherein we have mentioned that license for homemade wine boutiques for sale of only registered homemade wines of Meghalaya at specified premises, or as part of stand-alone commercial establishments or an existing food establishment shall be granted by the Deputy Commissioner with the previous sanction of the state government. I would request all of you to please take this up. It is very, very important. We'd love to have wine boutiques in the state. We keep on telling people who come from outside that yes, when you come to Meghalaya, now you'll have a place where you can go, know where the wines are sold, taste the wines, and even buy the wines. So I would request the association to please teach this to all your winemakers to at least start off with your wine boutiques. We are here in the department to help you and to assist you and to guide you in all the areas that you feel you need any help. That said, this Meghalaya Wine Economy Summit, I feel that your theme is very apt, transforming local wine industry through strategic collaboration. The speakers ahead of me have very eloquently, correctly said about the fact that farmers are the most important, market linkages second most important, and of course sustainability the key of the hour. So that said, I take it that the association will do the needful in the next 2 days, and I impress upon all the winemakers, all the stakeholders, especially the farmers, to please take this opportunity to learn from this experience and go back, empowered. I will not speak much. I'm not much of a speaker really. I just like to say that wine, as believed in age-old days, is the food of the gods, and that it adds fire and warmth to our soul. I'm sure that with this summit, we will see the growth of our wine industry, and I wish this summit and the Winemakers Association all the best. Thank you.
Habatin, pej bahagi kishab, kashab plus F.
Ka plus F?
Hakabam bangibam dunaki eki bataye kamet. Namar kata habathiru atau khau kamlu ka umpnyang kadut pej ya kashab plus F haka jingsom. Yaki nutrient kumki vitamin bat ka iron la icon diat bat ka bathau bha kam khta I ka dur jingki marbam ka jing mat lani ka rukom shed yaki.
Balehi banai kita.
Kadon ka we ka jing mentoy ba kongsan. Ka kot ka khia. Ka nutrition bakam bha ka jing im bakam bha pendon kam daki marba modon ka sharp plus F menta kasni
Lawan Ra Shiphew lingba ko office jong Commissionerate of Food Safety Meghalaya.